My father came to Canada in 1948 and worked for the CPR in Vancouver for a few years, and when that job ended, he went looking for work elsewhere. He was told about a job at Squamish on the Pacific Great Eastern Railway. "How do you get there?" he asked. "Well," the CPR crew dispatcher said, "you have to take the Union Steamship to Squamish." Dad was told how to get the tickets and where the dock was, and the adventure started. The Union Steamship dock was on the Vancouver waterfront at the foot of Carroll Street. In the mid-1950s, the most common vessels on the run to Squamish were the Lady Cynthia and the Lady Alexandra. Here we see the Lady Cynthia at the Vancouver dock. It is 9:30 in the morning, and the Vancouver skyline comes into view as the vessel backs out of the dock. Further out of the dock, the Lady Cynthia turns and the CPR steamship docks come into view, with the marine buildings standing tall in the city skyline. As we leave the harbor, we pass under the Lionsgate Bridge. There is another steamship ahead of us on the other side of the bridge. Next, we pass by the PGE Capilano River Bridge being constructed as the new line progresses to Squamish. We round the corner at Point Atkinson Lighthouse and start heading up Howe Sound. A view of Howe Sound that hasn't changed in many thousands of years. Our first stop will be Britannia Mines. Here we see the main concentrator building with a train of ore cars high on a trestle at the top of the building. Here at the Britannia dock is the freight house and waiting room. The electric train ferries supplies of baggage and other goods up to the main town site and up the hill to the Mount Shear town site. The next stop is Woodfibre. At the height of the mill operation, there were as many as 2,000 people living here, and the Union Steamships were the only way in or out. This is the SS Ventura loading pulp for world markets. This is a view of the Union Steamship dock and the Pacific Great Eastern Rail barge docks from the top of the Squamish Chief. The line of wooden piers in the photo are from the original PGE dock, which was constructed in 1912. Back down on ground level, we see the Lady Cynthia at the Squamish dock upon arrival at 1 in the afternoon. There was lots of time built into the schedule to allow for slow travel in rough weather and days when there was lots of cargo to move. My dad, Bert Mills, second from the right, is boarding the Lady Cynthia on one of his many trips to Vancouver in the 1950s. He took all of these photos on these trips. A short walk up the dock and the train would be there waiting to take passengers on adventures to points north. The train was scheduled to leave the dock at 1:20 in the afternoon and head to the station at the end of Main Street for an hour stopover so guests could look around downtown Squamish. This ends our northbound journey to Squamish on the Union Steamship. The return trip left at 3 in the afternoon and arrived back at Vancouver at 6:30 in the evening.